session on Screenwriting Live. It's been 2 hours. My lights are very hot. I didn't get very much sleep last night, and I'm thinking about lunch or dinner.
It's hot in here.
So,
It'll be nice in the winter.
did we get a new draft of anything? Let's see, what is this? Okay, this is so... Here's a new scene. Let me know what you think.
Wasif says you just use static.
There we go. Alright, given that I didn't get anything new, you want to just take a look through the scene I just got in the email?
Sure.
Oh. I'm trying online dating with very limited success.
Speed date?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, you really want to go with the very unpopular ones because, you know, the fewer the girls, the more likely I'm to date, obviously.
There you go.
Where was I? Acceleration FTX. And this is by, Philip. So we're just going to do a very loose fuck around session. And we probably won't get through this, but if anyone has any questions, let's go through. Files, save as, where are we going? Anyone in chat?
Friggin' Rizzo says, I would like to see Rose take the lead on one of these scripts. Might offer new perspectives. Tinder is damaging. Indeed, Brian. Well, no. Yeah, very loose fuck around sessions. I love those.
Alright, let's give Friggin' Rizzo his wish.
Oh, man.
Would you like to take the lead on one of these?
Oh, sure. If you want me to.
I don't want to.
Do my best.
But Friggin' Rizzo does.
Friggin' Rizzo does. I mean, Matt's obviously the expert, but I think I've been learning from him, so we could see. I mean, everyone has different point of views on things, so.
Sure, and also this would be a good challenge for me, because we'll see if I actually can shut the fuck up for more than a minute. Here, I'll just read through it, and you stop me when something catches your eye.
Okay.
That's not long enough. Damn it.
What is this?
Oh, it's a scene. It's not long enough to hit. I'll start reading through something on Reddit. Oh, I think I've read this before. Yeah, that's actually... someone hired me to read this.
Oh, that's funny.
So I don't feel right talking about it on the air. Here we go. The Will to Live, written by someone happy. Printed with an unregistered version of Fade In.
Everyone loves Fade In.
Interior, Wilcox High School cafeteria day. The bell rings and hundreds of kids run swarming into the cafeteria excited for lunch. As kids walk back and forth, Will, a junior with anger issues and earphones in his ear, sits alone at a table.
Okay, so right now, the first red flag would be a junior with anger issues, because as you would say, it's kind of an unfilmable.
Mm-hmm.
So I would describe that in a different way. Maybe just he looks pissed. Something that we can actually instruct an actor to do more clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so continue.
Will lets his lunch sit in front of him while he draws on a notebook. He draws a picture of a house burning down.
Ooh, Will's got some issues. I like it.
I like
That's
how,
a good image.
Yeah, there's the fucking anger issues for you.
Yeah, that you could just not even say anything.
He's alone at lunch. That's already
the
sad.
anger issues. Yeah, he's alone. He's drawing a burning house.
He finishes his drawing and has a contemplating look on his face for a moment. He then proceeds to get up and walk away without touching his food.
It's a little scary. I like it.
I like how these guys are relating to it.
I'm a junior with anger. Aren't we all?
As he is talking, he hears the jocks whisper to each other about Will. Hey, newbie. God. You see that kid right there? The jock nods to Will and looks back at newbie to see him nodding his head.
Yeah, so you wouldn't want that capital and bits and dialogue, right?
Yeah, well, don't mess with him. Something happened with his old friend, and now he's like frickin' Charlie Sheen.
Okay.
Will stops and listens. Trust me, the guy's a frickin' nut job, man. As Jock finishes his comment, he turns his head and notices Will just standing there. It takes a moment, but Jock realizes Will was listening the whole time. The Jock gets up.
I mean, so far I feel like they've set up this guy pretty clearly on the first page that something happened to his friend. He's a little dangerous and on the edge and creepy. So I feel like that's pretty clear. Why is everyone 17?
Because it's YouTube.
I'm 27.
Will doesn't respond and just stares at the Jock for an awkward amount of time. Hello? Are you going to say anything? Well, suit yourself. The Jock turns around and sits back in his table. Frickin' nuts. Will appears directly behind the Jock and taps on his shoulder. The Jock turns around and gets a fist to the face.
I like that.
Will drags him from his table and starts punching the Jock over and over while the whole cafeteria is silent and watching.
I like that because it just very quickly shows that... Because sometimes there's those people who are misunderstood or whatnot, but this is showing this guy is kind of dangerous.
Watch your mouth next time or I might break something. Cut to Wilcox High School principals. Typo. Offices.
Yeah.
This is written with typos. Will sits outside the office with his earphones in, folded arms, and eyes closed while his mom and dad speaks with the principal.
Oh, the principal, no.
Mom is sitting, not surprised that Will is in trouble. Dad nervously paces back and forth. Mr. and Mrs. Parker, it's good to see you again. Typo.
Yeah, the typos are taking me out of it. Other than that, I think it's, not bad, but these typos are just making it seem really unprofessional.
Unfortunately, under the wrong circumstances. Yes, unfortunately. As you obviously know, this is the 5th time Will has engaged in violence in the past month. We're gonna have to suspend him for why?
I'm gonna say that back and forth dialogue is not necessary. You could just start with the principal saying, as you obviously know, this is the 5th time Will's engaged in violence in the past month.
Also, he's got 5 chances. I thought we had like a 3 strikes rule.
Yeah, you might want to change 5 to
Rose,
3. That's
your son, this is the 3rd school shooting your son has participated in this month. One more time, and I'm going to give him a written warning.
Yeah, this is a pretty lax school, if that's the case.
1 week? How is he supposed to handle all the homework he missed? You're lucky he's not expelled.
I know, you're lucky he's not in juvie, Dad.
Honey, it doesn't matter. Will needs this.
Okay, yeah, the capital names is not correct.
I completely agree with you, Mrs. Parker. However,
Dad's phone rings.
I'm sorry, I have to take this. I'll be right back. As I was saying, I recommend Will see a therapist. A therapist? Doesn't the school have counselors here? Well, yes, but none of our counselors are equipped to deal with Will's past.
Okay, so we're showing that Dad's too busy to focus on his son. We're showing that we're hinting at some mysterious friend death or what happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
The ... past is a little campy to me. I feel like I wanted maybe at least a clue towards what happened at this point instead of just being ominous about it again.
Yeah.
And then I don't, yeah. But I am curious what it is. It's drawing me in.
This is potentially interesting, but I'm going to... The way you do this is, Will is sitting, drawing something disturbing. A jock says, that kid's psycho. Mm-hmm. Will gets up, punches the guy in the face. You might want to be more specific about the incident. Cut to, this is the 6th time. But, you know. Or, Will's a good kid. Like, he's been through a lot, and that's why we're being so lenient. But he must see a therapist, because we can't put our students at risk.
Exactly.
Honey, get off your phone. Your son's in crisis. 1 sec.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call you back. What?
Yeah.
And you could do that in a page.
Yeah.
I'd wipe them out with PD escape nick. Yeah, but I wouldn't do that if you can get rid of them. Given that, all right, I hate this question, and I'm probably going to blog about this, but given that you can export from actually, can you? All right, let's end this with some questions. Nick asks, does the watermark take you out of a script? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
Because it shows that you're not serious enough about this to pay, what, $50 for fade in? So it's just a bad sign. Given that you can either black it out with a watermark thing or export from to PDF to this, to Writer Duet, and fix it, or just write in Writer Duet in the first place, the extreme laziness it takes to leave that watermark is really disturbing.
Yeah. It just doesn't do you any justice. Wrong smiley. It's a weird smiley.
Yeah. Wasif says, Brian says, I get in trouble for punching a kid in the lip and would have been suspended if not for it being aggravated. Good for you. I'd wipe him out with PDF escape, nick. Good. But yeah, I wouldn't do that if you can't get rid of him. Just use Writer Duet, says Philip Adam. Good advice. I'd be a good mom, Matt. Ha ha ha. I believe I would, but what made you say that? Matthew, you still there? I'm still there. Wrong smiley. Sagiv, you sent it a little too late. I'm going to have to hit it next week. Tyrion Draper says, lol. I like Tyrion Draper. It's a cross between Mad Men and Game of Thrones.
That's funny.
Hold the door. To the elevator, to the 1960s. Writer Duet also supports fountain syntax. Yeah. Like, it's $50, guys. Just buy the damn program.
Yeah. It's worth it.
And if you don't have it, just use a program that doesn't make you look poor for being poor. Because I was poor when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand. Parents aren't going to buy you whatever you want all the time.
Why didn't I do the short scene? Because we were doing one where Rose was taking the lead. And, you know, I wanted her to show her chops on a real script, not just a tiny little piece. Also, I know you. And it'd probably be better coming from me. Nothing personal, but I'll hit it next week, I promise.
We'll get to it.
All right, so concludes our little fuck around episode of this.
Cool.
As you can see, the will to live was kind of draining mine. That was the name of the script we just read. And Rose is really good at taking the lead, and I should probably let her do that more often. If you don't pay, don't play. Taiwanese Brian Cheng. Not everyone is rich. There are some people who are desperately, legitimately poor, but if they are so legitimately poor, just use Writer Duet.
Yeah.
Like, a great free solution exists. So why if you are poor, when I was young, I couldn't afford nice clothes, so I used to go to thrift stores and buy things that looked expensive. I still do that.
Yeah, it's the way to do it.
So if you're poor, you don't make choices that call attention to how poor you are, like buying, you know, Walmart t-shirts that are clearly from Walmart. You know, you want to try and not look poor. So therefore, given that a free solution exists that's amazing, use that, you'll look cooler. Cool, back-to-back Paramore and Green Day. Steve says, Matthew and Rose. You should title the videos with a date on them, like Screenwriting Live 4/14/16. Is Matthew coming back? I'm back, kid. I swear to God I am. Just hit refresh. Good night, everyone. All right, follow me on Twitter. Check out thestorycoach.net. And if you need notes and want to set up a coaching session, which is like this, except private, and I swear to God, the most helpful thing you can do for your craft, email me, and we'll set something up, and we'll even give you a discount. Serdar, I'll get into that later. You can check out my blog. Look up something called The Premise Test.
It's a good one.
And if you want to book a session, I will just teach you. It's actually pretty easy. All right.
Thanks,
Bye, guys. Thank you for putting up with us, and we will see you next week. Take care.
Sweet.
Sweet. We're still going.
Oh.